Mana arzim
Okay, thank you.
u mana kichkintoyi bilan mana shu kichkina bolachasini tashlab Amerikaga ketganlar bular. Malaka oshirishga. Necha oylik edi farzandingiz?
Nechka, assalomu alaykum qizim.
Eshitilmayapti. Venera, включи mikrofon. Mana keyingi bizning prezenterimiz Farzona Havasova. Endi qarang, Farzona Havasova, Arzimbetova Venera, Nargizamiz Qashqadaryodan. Ular bitta kaxotda bo'lishgan, Fulbrighter, lekin har xil paytda ketishgan. Plus men bugun malaka oshirishda farg'onalik bitta yigitimiz keldi, u ham Fulbrighter ekan. Lekin hozir shu yerda o'zimizni Bo'stonliqda anaqa dars berib o'tirar ekan. Hali ular kirib keladi. Naqa Akromjon degan, Sobirjonov Akromjon, Venerani ham tanir ekanlar, Nargiza sizga ham salom, Akromjoni. Farzonalarni ham tanishar ekan. Salom Nargiza qizimiz.
Akramjon bilan
ana Fulbrighterlar вообще borib ESNchilar bilan Fulbrighterlar egallab oldi shekilli, hamma ustina. Xursandmiz.
That's great. Jamila opa. Fulbrightlar uchun alohida bitta trening qilamiz. Nasib bo'lsa grant loyihalarini yozish bo'yicha. Men buni va'da beraman. Qachon kunini hozir kelishib olsalaringiz bo'ldi. Birdan kelishib olsak ham yaxshi bo'ladi, birdan. Fulbrightlar uchun alohida juma kuni emas, boshqa kun qilib yuboraylik, Jamila opa.
Respublikanskiy qilamizda, offline Toshkentga kelishadi, или же webinar.
Offline qilishga hozir bizda byudjetimiz yo'q, lekin webinar qilamiz. Nasib bo'lsa bitta grant yozganimizdan keyin offline bir haftalik trening qilsak ham zo'r bo'lardi. Chunki srazu birgalashib bitta trening doirasida kichkina grant bo'ladi, u 10 ming, 15 ming balkim bo'lar. O'sha grant doirasida bir haftada bizlar yangi loyiha, kattaroq loyiha yozamiz, nasib bo'lsa. Keyin mana shu odam platformasi, yangi yozilgan odam platformasi yana bir marta tushuntirib bersak, Fulbrighterchilarimiz davom ettirardi. Men hozir ana sizlarning prezentatsiyalaringizga xalaqit bermayman. Farzonaning bugun prezentatsiyasi bor, to'g'rimi?
Farzona cho'ta yoqmayaptilar. Bir narsa bo'ldimikin? Farzona, hello. Mana Farzona.
Now she is here. Hey,
Assalomu alaykum. I'm sorry.
Welcome to the team. No.
Let me introduce Farzona Havasova, one of the Fulbrighters. Nargiza and Venera, you know her. So you are going to be a team now, I see. Okay, welcome to our webinar, Farzona. So we are waiting for your sharing your experience during the United States America visit, and at the same time, we do want you to help our teachers how to win Fulbright, because I have a lot of questions. Sometimes I say, oh my God, I should do some more, 3 or 4 webinars on Fulbright.
Soon we are going to start something else, Jamila. We are going to start the chat with us, with the teachers. We will do that, promise. Okay, dear teachers, I would like to welcome you again, and really would like to wish you have the pleasant evening and nice weekend. We hope to see you in our projects in the future. Parangizxon, wish you good luck. Thank you.
Farzona. So the floor is yours. Guys, let's make a decision. So questions should be after the presentation, okay? Or maybe you may forget what to ask. Just write down them in the chat. Please write down your name, your district, your town, school number, and region. Because as it seems to me, I have somebody from Bukhara. It is 𝗠𝗸𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗃, if I am not mistaken. 𝗠𝗸𝗃𝗃, are you here? Galina, maybe Galina. She is from Bukhara. Okay. So off we go. The floor is yours, Farzona.
Okay, thank you, Jamila. But first, can you just let me share my screen? I can't do
it. Yes. So, hello, Karimboy. Screen. Ekran demonstratsiyani share qilishga. Let me see. Yo'q, bu meniki bo'lyapti. Karimboy?
No, I see it.
Bo'ldi.
Is it visible? So,
yes, Farzona, just a minute. We do want you to. So, how long is your presentation? How much time do we have?
It's not that long. It takes about 40 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, and the rest of the presentation is devoted to your questions.
Yes, my questions, and our auditory wants to how to fill in the application in Fulbright. Will you help with this? Well, okay, so let's go.
I'll try my best to answer to your questions. Thank you for having me today. Today I'm going to talk about my field experience at George Junior High School, and I'm also going to introduce you to American schools in general. And at the end of the presentation, I'm going to give you some personal tips to win a Fulbright program. So I hope you will be active. So the U.S. education system, the basic premise of the U.S. education system is to create thinkers to maintain democracy. Therefore, education in America is free, which means you don't have to pay any tuition fee if this school belongs to government, and it's compulsory and it's universal, which means that anybody who resides in the US are welcome to study at schools. So next is types of schools in the United States. They are public schools, private schools, and alternative schools. So you know about public schools, it's very similar to ours. In private schools, they are also similar. And alternative schools, what are alternative schools? They are homeschooling, which means that the child who is not able to go to school has a right to get schooling at home. And then the second one is charter schools. These are also public schools. They are established to fill specific needs, serve spatial population, or adhere to specific curricula. So by serving spatial population, I mean nowadays there are more and more people who are going to live in the US, and most of them, they don't know the language, for instance, English, and that's why special schools are created for these children. And there are also magnet schools. They are also public schools. They are regular, and they also have their own special education theme, mode of instruction, or subject emphasis. So next. Progressing through schools in America, you know that they are divided into three types. First is elementary, second one is middle, and the third one is high school. So elementary school incorporates kindergarten at age from 5 to 6, and elementary school from grade from 1 to 5th grades. From first to 5th grades. And the next one is middle schools. They are also called junior high schools. And I was at junior high school, your junior high school. So to these various school, students usually are at the age of 10 or 11. And then the grades are from 5th to 9th, or from 6th to 9th. So it varies from state to state. So the last one is high schools. High schools, usually to high schools, students enter at the age of 14 or 15, and the grades are generally starts from 9th to 12th. So,
Farzona,
yes?
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt you, because while I am going through the list of participants, I see some names which are not their real names. Why I am asking you to write down the real names? Because we are going to issue certificates after the 8th webinar. It will be 16th hour your credit, and that's why I am not going to give to Oysha, for example, or Aziz, I'm sorry for that, 𝗙𝗿𝗇će, 𝗙𝗿𝗵𝗵𝗺, Rashida, Nilufar. Sorry, please, while you are watching this presentation, go to the chat and make some changes in your names. Give, for example, write down like Farzona Khavasova, or Jamila Mahmoudova, 𝗍𝗔 𝗙𝗿𝗇elle. Yes, Nargiza Khonalieva. Look, çık naka sizam uzizi toluk ismi familiyazi yazın da. Bu yerde keyin sizge hem sertifikat beriladi da, Big John. Tak, okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so here you can see the map of the US, and then here, this is Springdale, the school that I had my field experience. So can you see Arkansas State, my lovely place in the US? So this was the place that I was in America. Okay, now George Junior High School, the school that I had my field experience. So now a little bit about this school. So George Junior High School serves 699 students in grades 8 to 9. So the major students are Latino American and Hispanic, and the school is inclusive. Special and general education children study together. So most teachers work with teacher assistants. Not all the teachers, only about 30% of students work with their teacher assistants, which means that they have their special education classes. So next, this is my colleagues from different parts of the world, and this is me here. The first day when we were met, when we were at the school, we were given a present from that school. So, and this is the lobby of the school. So school subjects, talking about school subjects, there are 4 main school subjects at this school: science, social studies or history, English, and math. Other common subjects include personal finance, PE, health education, foreign language. In this school, it was Spanish, because the vast majority of students were Latino Americans and Spanish people. That's why the second language was Spanish. And then music is also considered as one of the common subjects. So students also take electives like dance statistics, computer science, drama, theater arts, journalism, sociology, psychology, and etc. So by electives, do you know what is electives? I just want you to answer to this question, please, if you know.
Can Fulbright answer this question?
Yes, of course. If there's no any answer, you're welcome, Nargizopa.
Okay. So when I was in Nevada, Reno, in McRobert High School, for the first interesting thing for me was elective subjects. So which are culinary or automobile fixing or repairing, this kind of subjects that students are able to like choose in terms of their interests, right?
Yes, yes. The electives are the subjects that every student can opt for. They choose their subjects by themselves. If they don't like this, they don't have to attend these classes. So these are called electives. Yeah.
So it's similar to, sorry, is it similar to our extra courses?
I wouldn't say so, because our extra courses they charge money. They charge fee, right?
Is it for free then?
This is for free. This is for free. Students go to their favorite subjects.
Wonderful. Thank you.
At school, yeah. So next, discovering the school. This is the real photo that taken by me. What can you see on the desks? Another question. Anybody?
Can you repeat?
What can you see on the desks? What can you see on the
personal
desk?
computers, laptops.
Laptops.
And notebooks, right? And notebooks, no notebooks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And
So I will answer to this question as well now, just wait. So here are some facts about school classes in America. So every period lasts 45 minutes. What is period? Period is our lesson. Lessons there are called the periods. So every period lasts 45 minutes, like hours. Their bell is more musical, like very, different from ours. Then every teacher is appointed in a classroom, so teachers do not move from class to class. This is also different, right? Not every teacher has their own classrooms, right? Next, teachers frequently change the seating arrangements, for they have both adjustable student desks and comfortable round tables. So the desks are, the common type of desks are like this. They are very like small, which only one person can sit. And there are also round tables as well. Next, most teachers and students are well equipped with modern technology, which means that they mostly use Chromebooks. Both teachers and students, they use Chromebooks. The equipment that you see on the screen is not laptop. This is Chromebook. This is kind of a type of a laptop, but this is called Chromebook, and it has less functions and it's cheaper than laptops. Is it clear now?
Chromebook. You call them Chromebook?
Chromebooks. Yes, they call this Chromebooks, and it's interesting that
netbook.
No, it's not netbook.
It was netbook, like netbook.
It's bigger than netbook and sometimes smaller than laptops. So they are called Chromebooks, and every school assigns a Chromebook to every student. At the end of the year, students should give back the Chromebooks. So this is interesting, right? Okay, they also have free Wi-Fi. They use Google Classroom. It's like more digital in America. So they don't have notebooks, they don't have textbooks, they only have their Chromebooks in their bags. So just imagine our students, our pupils, when they go to school, they carry, if they have 6 or 5 lessons, they carry at least 5 or 4 books, right? But in the bags of American students, they only have their Chromebooks. So it's kind of not customary for us. So I was kind of surprised by this. But they also have, they might have a book, and it's not a textbook, it's just the books for their reading classes. For reading classes, they all have their reading books. So next, sorry. So another interesting fact is that most teachers at my school, I witnessed that they don't assign any home assignment. I asked this question. They told me that it was for family issues. Most of the students in Arkansas, in Springdale, the population is like Latino American, and they were like having problems, challenges with coping with family issues. That's why teachers usually don't assign any homework, and they do understand the family issues. So this is the fact. So next is every teacher has an advisory period per day, which involves working with slower students or discussing certain topics with students. So advisory period is compulsory. Every teacher has their advisory period, and at this time they should work with every student who asks them for help. So, and the last one is students are allowed to drink and eat during classes. And just guess what? Do we have this kind of opportunity to do so? Even teachers, I guess, don't drink anything during our classes, right? And it was also kind of surprising to me that they were like flexible with this. They drink and they eat. So, and this is the entrance hall. This is the lobby of the school. Quite shiny and clean, right? And it's very colorful as well. And next interesting thing that I witnessed is that I could see different makers. Difference makers are the children who are awarded due to their I'm sorry. So at the close of every month, school teachers announce and award students who have had a brilliant performance or done something good. The whole school students will be able to know and see them as their photos will come on the screen for about a month in the school entrance hall. So which means that in the lobby, they have big screen, and on this big screen, every month, they rotate all the different makers, the students who stand out, the students who did something great, something good, and they like rotate all the photos, pictures of these students. So this is the example. This is the example of difference makers. They show their students this way, their names and their pictures. So now this is school corridors. This is also school corridors. And now school library. So this is a school library. When I was in America, it was almost Halloween. So they were like super prepared for this holiday. And now this is, as you can see here, it's written top 10 most challenging books of 2020, which means that these are kind of prohibited books that students are discouraged to read. So any questions? No questions, yes? If you have any questions regarding these very pictures and information, go ahead. So now the school library, extensive school library, I want you to watch these short videos. These are banned books, all the banned books. Can you see? Okay, so I have a question now. If you watched carefully, did you notice something weird or something different? Somebody was speaking. Okay. Anybody? Okay. Usually in America, the school when I was, all the school librarians also have a right to teach students. Once a week, every grade should have their reading classes with the school librarian. So they are going to, they always every week conduct lessons with every grade, just to encourage them to do some reading activity or to read more books. Another video. Okay, so this is the school library. So now school lockers. In the past, students used lockers to store their textbooks.
Please switch off your microphone, guys.
So it's not news that in the past students used lockers to store their textbooks and other books. We have seen this in the movies, right? They also put their extra clothes or sportswear, musical instruments, class materials, or food. But nowadays, things changed. The vast majority of students do not use lockers for time pressure and because they have no books or less books. That's why they almost don't use their school lockers. Okay. So now next slide is about school counselor. Do you know who is school counselor? Do we have any school counselor at our schools? If you know, please share your ideas. Do we have school counselors? We don't have, right? At least I knew that we don't have. We don't have, right? Okay. So who is school counselor? School counselor helps students discuss their problems, thoughts, and feelings in confidential setting. Their duties include helping students adjust to the culture of a particular school, completing administrative tasks, and working with school staff to create a supportive environment. Some school counselors have their dogs with them, but they are not pets, they are service dogs. So this is the service dog of the school counselor, and school counselor can be like equal of our school psychologist, but our school psychologists do not work. At least as I know, they don't work with students, right? Our students, they are not used to approaching our psychologists and talk about their problems, right? They do not do this, right? But school counselors always work with their students and help them with their personal issues and their studies as well. So now this is the dog, service dog of the school's counselor. This is school counselor. So this is school counselor and this is her dog. As we know, it's acceptable in America because they love pets, right? That's why they allow to have their dogs as well, just to help their students. Okay. So next is school principal. This is the school principal. The school principal, Stefan Juris, he was really a nice person to talk to. He was humble, he was understanding, and he was friendly to everyone. To every student, he was like their father. So he had his nice personality.
So this is his Halloween.
No.
Halloween costume, you mean?
Yeah.
Let me just.
Yeah. Yes, this Halloween costume.
Maybe this is his Halloween costume, but I never saw him in suits. So he was kind of his clothes were like
Casual.
casual. Yes, casual.
Wow.
And I'm not sure if it's kind of Halloween costume. I'm not sure about this, but he was really kind of humble and he was really casual in dressing.
So how about his face? Where is his face, guys?
There is a mask. Can you see mask
yes.
covering his face?
I seen it is only for Halloween, or he always wears masks.
We were told to wear our masks inside and outside of the school.
Ah, it is. Oh my God! It is because of pandemic. So,
yes, it's because of lockdown. Even we were.
Mask. Я думала, Halloween mask.
I was just surprised by his. Yes, I was just surprised by his clothes.
Подожди, это же Afro-American. He's Afro-American. I see his eyes now. Yes, and now
black.
Just now I saw his eyes.
Yeah, he's black.
He's Afro-American, оказывается.
Yeah, you're right. So now, so we were assigned to two different schools. Mine was junior high school, and the rest of our Fulbright mates, they were assigned to high school. And now I'm inviting you to watch another video, which was made by my friend Anis from Bangladesh. He made this video especially for me. Just to introduce the school that he was assigned to. Is it okay if we watch it now?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Yeah, we're really curious about it.
But video is very difficult to show, guys. Do you see that? Challenging, a bit challenging.
It's challenging?
Yeah,
challenging,
it's
very bad
audible.
video. So how about others? Others, I have a bit difficulties with uploading the video.
Yeah, we cannot hear as well.
So
can't see it, right? It's not visible and it's not hearable.
We see him that like a picture, photos, but not a video. The voice is not clear, they say.
Shall I skip it in that case? Do you want to skip it?
No, you can switch off your video. I mean, the video of yourself, and then give the opportunity to your to this video to show. To show, right?
Let me do this.
So you could just tell us the meaning of this video, what was said on this video.
Анису заманекен замон. Анису замон. So you were there with different with teachers from different part of the world, right? Sona?
Sorry, Jamilapa.
So you were in a team with teachers from different parts of the world, right?
Yes, we were from 17 countries.
Oh my God.
17 countries. Now, you can't hear them, right?
We cannot hear him. There is no video. We see just a picture of him.
Okay, in that case, just let me skip this. Is it okay if I skip it?
Yes. But Farzona, keep in your mind that you should share your presentation with us. Okay? And I'll send it to our groups. in 𝗠𝗸𝗵 and 𝗠𝗸𝗃. Oh, okay.
So now, tips to win Fulbright program. This is from my personal experience. I'm not versed in winning scholarships. This was my first time, and I will talk from my personal experience. So first tip to keep in mind is that late birds don't get their share, which means that you should try earlier. You should do it in advance. If you want to win the scholarship, just try to spend some quality time to do some research on that scholarship, on that. For example, if it's like a Fulbright program, you should spend your quality time on researching on this very Fulbright program. For me, for example, I guess it took me almost a year to do some research on this program because I had no one because I had no one to talk to, and I had no one to share my like ideas, my experience about this program. So that's why just spare some more time to get introduced with the program. So next is make your application or essay stand out, which means that you should be creative while during writing your essays, and your essays should be compelling and they should be creative. So after finishing your essays, there are so many essays. I can't even remember the exact number of essays. So that's why just try to stand out with your essays. So after finishing your essays, proofread your application, which means that you should check for your mistakes. It could be like spelling mistakes, it could be vocabulary mistakes, it could be grammatical mistakes. But the next most important tip is that you shouldn't plagiarize, because plagiarism will not be tolerated. So they will know if you copy. That's why just keep it like original. It should be all yours. And next, so if you so when I applied for this program, it was written that the winners who are nominated for their essays, they would be like announced in May. So in May, I didn't get any message, any email. That's why I thought it. I was not like accepted. That's why I was like, I gave up on this. And the day before my interview, they called me saying that I have my interview tomorrow, and so I didn't have much time for the interview. So that's why I encourage you to constantly check your emails and be prepared for the interview. So for the interview, what should you do is that you should read your applications through. You should keep in mind that all the thoughts, all the ideas should be yours, and the ideas that you gave in your application, they may ask these very questions, and you should be able to answer to these very questions honestly. So this is the tip for interview. So next is be yourself. During the interview, you should be yourself. You should be confident. You should answer to all the questions in a very creative and honest way. And so after the interview, you are called. If you are like nominated, you are called for the TOEFL test. So it takes about a month or 2 months to get prepared for the test. That's why you have some time to prepare for this test, and this is the last tip to be prepared for the test. So this is my personal experience. If you have any questions, I am ready to answer to your questions.
Okay, thank you very much, 𝗙𝗺𝗃. So we have, I just want to answer the question, how many credits you will get after participating our webinars. In order to get 4.8, about 5 credits, you should participate in 144 hours of webinar. Guys, it is 𝗠𝗸𝗵𝗵𝗃 will credit you with 144 hours. It will be equal to about 5 credits, guys. So this is the answer of 𝗙𝗺𝗵𝗃. So for those who asked me. And one teacher from Ferganise, it seems to me, he asked us how to fill in 13th question of the Fulbright application. It says download and print institutional support. What does it mean, institutional support, 𝗙𝗺𝗃? Switch on. We don't hear you. Switch on your microphone.
If I'm not mistaken, institutional support is your workplace. So institutional support, you should print this very document and then ask your principal. If you work at school, ask your principal to sign it, and then you just scan it and then you upload it. This is the way.
Sometimes they ask whether the salary will keep on. So you go to America and whether your salary, when you came back, you got your salary.
Yes, I got my salary because
in my case, it was the same. I got my whole salary.
Because initially my school principal, she agreed to pay my salary, to save my salary. That's why she kept her word and I got my salary.
This is one of institutional support.
Yes.
This one.
They ask your
spravka, ish joyidan spravka, keyin oylik to'laymiz deydigan joyi ham bor. Inglizchalar o'zinglar o'qituvchilar yozasizlar-da, shunaqa qilib ketasizlar. Qaytib kelgandan keyin shu problema bo'lmasligi uchun. And reference form. How many references you have got?
I had only one. From one of the school mentors. I asked her to write feedback about me in Uzbek, and then because she didn't know any English, and then I just translated and wrote it myself, and I asked, and she signed this document.
Okay, good. So it is, yes, save and return. They have some difficulties with uploading the documents. And this is just a technical thing.
Technical, yeah.
Yes, it is technical things. So, Nemajan Khalilov, are you here? If you are here, so we answered your question, but he asked me in person. Yes, they have some more questions. Okay, what score did you get from a TOEFL test, please? 𝗙𝗺𝗃? Your score on TOEFL.
Can I will you let me just not spill the beans, 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗃? It's kind of a private.
Okay, so but your score was good. That's why you went to America. Yes,
it was acceptable. Yes.
Was it general TOEFL or?
It was IBT. It was IBT, internet-based.
So in my time, it was general. It was not so
paper-based, right?
Challenging, yes. But anyway, it was the first time I heard about TOEFL. Just we went there and do something by listening, and we didn't have speaking exam. Okay, yes. What should be written in the supporter? Yes, you have already answered. And what kind of question are usually asked during the interview? What kind of question they ask?
So I remember that on the day of interview, I was asked several questions from my application letter. So I knew the answers. I knew the answer, so it was not that difficult for me to answer those questions. But they also ask some challenging questions as well, some situational problematic questions. Like in my case, it was like, how do you cope with the students or teachers who you have conflict with, and how do you cope with this problem? So this was the questions. This was the question, and I tried to answer this question with real life examples. So
I just want to add, Farzona, you will be asked questions according to your application.
Yes, most of the questions
essay questions.
Yes.
That's why you should reread and well prepared according to your application. You should just learn by heart what have you done, have you written there. Because in my case, I forget whatever I wrote. And when they asked me about, would you like to write books? I said, oh, no, I don't want, because I cannot write books. And that's why my fault. And that's why for the first time I didn't win.
But you should be honest while answering this. So honesty is the best policy, as they say.
Good, most important part of your PPT. Yes, this is most important part. Just let me see. Any questions, guys? Marta's name. Okay.
𝗫𝗵𝗃, I just want to make a comment on interview questions. Not only they are going to ask you a question, but at the end of the interview, they are going to ask you whether you have any questions from them.
Yes, I forgot about it.
Yes. Farzona, did they ask you?
I asked me if I have any questions regarding the program, and my question was, when will we know the results of the interview?
The right questions.
So yes, it was like very straightforward. And but anyway, I asked this question, and they told me that the answers would be announced in 10 days, but they didn't announce the results in 10 days. And it was really challenging for me. And I said that again, I thought that I was not nominated for the next step. So we should wait.
But you did it. But you did it. So I am very happy that we have. So,
well done.
You know, guys, why I ask 𝗠𝗸𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗃 𝗫𝗵𝗃𝗃 Farzona, just to motivate you. Why not you? You can do it.
Everybody.
Farzona, you are from Al-Malik.
Yes, I'm from Al-Malik. I work at school. I'm 11. But I worked in different places because of family issues. My husband has to move from one place to another, and that's why I had to work in different places. But I live in Al-Malik now.
Okay. So Nargiza is from 𝗠𝗸𝗵𝗃𝗃. Venera is from
𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃.
I am from Tashkent region, and it is not very far from Farzona's place, Al-Malik. And but in my time, it was not Fulbright program. It was just T program. Teachers Excellence Award. Yes, at that time it was called. Salimahon, at last. At last, Salimahon.
I am here listening to you. I'm just listening.
Okay. Guys, just I can't forget. You will be issued your certificates in 5 or 6 days about. And the Rodney Basir and Oybek Imamov are busy with doing that. preparing that certificates. And may
Can
I
I
ask
jump
one?
in here? Hello, about your
Yeah,
certificates. Hi, 𝗠𝗸𝗵𝗺𝘃𝗙𝗃, thank you very much for your great presentation. I was popping in and popping out because we have to do some extra work according to the project. But I would like to say that as we have promised that your certificate with QR code would be done very soon, because there is some technical work which we have to agree with program developers. So yesterday we had that very good conversation, and they agree that you can even come in without opening the email, guys, because we are the people who are not using email. We have no that culture to use the email. So they are going to integrate it through the Telegram even. So you can pay through any international payment system, hopefully. So it's also on the process. But I am very, very proud of you guys, especially Farzona, who has, is very brave to make her presentation. And it's good that you are fighting for your position, and you are already in some place according to our CPD. But we have to find out where you are. In order to do so, I would like to ask you to come as often as you can to this audience platform and complete it yourself and try it and tell us where is the problem. For example, in case of Shahriyor, where we have been in Angren, he is going to train all his teachers in his school, which is very great initiative. And he said, can we prove it through this as a 𝗓𝗵𝗃𝗃 𝗙𝗍𝗃 certificates? I said, first we have to try to do it among ourselves. So every teacher have to tell me, what's the problem? Is it the problem coming with registration? Is it the problem with the payment? Is it the problem getting the certificate? Or what is the problem really? We have to solve all the problems. When we will know that for sure that system is working, then we can come to the ministry and say, hello, you may check our system. And teachers are having piloted, and then so many teachers have piloted it, so many teachers confirmed it, and then you may see their certificates. Therefore, I would like to ask you, as much as you can, just try to drop in, log in, and try to use this audience platform as much as you can, okay? And then these people who are creating Joanna and the second person, Jif, I think, they are very, very kind people, and they are very open. They believe that education would help to have sustainable employability. So this is the aim of these all projects, to have sustainable development. Sustainable development means that you would have sustainable payment. Sustainable development means that your students will develop sustainably. This is a key word actually to understand. Okay. If you have any questions to me.
Yes, they have question.
Yes,
they
please.
Want to, yes, they ask, is certificate only for secondary school teachers? Not.
No, it's CPD for all teachers.
For higher education,
everybody,
college, licensed teachers as well.
As we have mentioned, we are doing informal education system. Don't forget, this is a flexibility for the teachers to be together again, to support each other again, and there is no any framework among the teachers. There shouldn't be any framework among the teachers. I don't like when they say that their salary of the teachers would be 1,000, and they are forgetting about the teachers who is working for the TVET structure, or those teachers who are working in the rural areas. Sorry, we have to think about all teachers. Thank you, Nargiza. Nargiza saying sure they will. Nargiza,
one more question.
Yes.
Where we can get our certificate for participating in last webinars? So it will be e-version of the certificates, right?
It will be e-version, it will be QR code, and then that would be according to your list, 𝗓𝗵𝗃𝗃, because you are as a coordinator have to provide when at the end of the year, Usually at the end of the year, each teachers have to have their certificates of attendance during the year. It's also kind of CPT. Of course, it is attendance certificate. It is not the achievement certificates, but for those who made the presentation, like Nargiza, today, the Farzona, they have to receive the achievement certificate.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
for those 8 webinars, you will get very soon your webinar, your certificates.
8
But if you want-
webinars, which we have run on the framework of the project, digitalization in pedagogy. This is a different certificates. It's exactly we're piloting how to do 𝗠𝗸𝗵𝗺𝘃𝗀𝗃 scheme online, guys. You have to understand it. And plus there will be your webinar participation each Friday. Friday, it's your initiative. Actually, it is when you are doing it extra to enhance your knowledge, to enhance your network among the teachers, which is very, very important for the successful people. To enhance yourself and to remind about yourself. It's a personal development. There is another question about you will calculate our credits yourself. Yes, we would. We would. According to your participation, we would calculate your credits. About 30 hours, it's 30 hours credit according to the EU, becoming 1 credit. You can also calculate it yourself.
So
okay, if there is no more questions, I'll go to other training. And wish you good luck. Have a nice evening.
Thank you very much.
Yes, please.
I have one question.
I'm new here, glad to join you. Somebody is Barno Zakirova. Hi, Barnosh. Hello.
I'm
yes, I'm just reading here. Firuza Ergasheva, hello. Good evening. Yes.
Good evening. In the previous online conference, you said that there would be a new offline conference. Can you tell us when it will be?
We are planning to organize offline conference somewhere in summer, hopefully.
In summer?
Yes, it will all depend on our partner organizations, ministries, and everything. We have to agree with them. Because, you know, we see is between you and the ministries. We are like a bridge between you and ministries. Therefore, we have to agree it. What will be at the conference? We would like to present our ODM platform, where we will try to fight for your rights to have free 𝗠𝗸𝗵𝗺𝘃𝗀𝗃. That will be like your work. What we are going to do is to work on as much as we can do it, complete it, thanks to your experiences, because while you will train and retrain or piloting it, you have to tell us what's wrong there, okay? What is not working? It should be very easy to access. It should be very easy to understand. And it can be done in different languages, guys. In Uzbek language, if you can do that, that would be great. If somebody can do in Kazakh, 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃, Turkmen, Khwarezmian, anyone. Even we would like to do it in Jamaican language.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
You have already shared the ODM platform.
Yes.
And some of the teachers just managed to register in that.
Yes.
And I just looked through
it. They had some difficulties to register, right?
Yeah.
I know, because we are the people who have no culture using email. This is another culture to use the email, to save the password, to create it. So this is a little bit different way, but you should understand the most important initiative of the digitalization to bring the teachers to the computer. That's the most important thing.
Iroda Shiraliyeva.
Hi, Iroda. Yes, congratulations, Iroda.
Registered to them.
Could you manage with the training? Iroda Khan? Iroda Khan, I have registered.
Yes, I have registered for the.
And then could you manage with the training? Not yet.
Maybe.
Not yet?
Not
We are
yet.
going to put under each webinar the questions. If the teacher will listen it and then try to answer, kind of assessment will be there. So this is the next step,
So
which I have to
difficult.
work.
I try to it.
Yeah, thank you, Iroda Khan. Thank you.
It is written free. It is
It
free
is
of charge.
for USC members.
Yeah.
It is for the USC members. We have to integrate how we will do that. This is another task for us between programmers and us as the moderators. Okay.
So, okay. Have you any questions to Firdum Sayna, guys?
Ďamiľa, you look great. I would like to thank you again for organizing
As
this
usual,
webinar.
as usual.
Yeah, our general. Yeah, you look great. Thank you very much for everybody. Again, I would like to thank, special thanks to Farzona for doing the special presentation for our teachers, for answering to their questions. And thank you for Nargiza for giving extra input in that. Special thanks as well. I know that we are very much waiting when the Nargiza will call us for opening ceremony of UC branch in 𝗙𝗙𝗃. But before that, guys, we have to talk about how we will develop, how we will unite our Fulbright alumni together. Therefore, I would like to ask you to bring them in separate way, not on Fridays, maybe any other days. So I'm available on evenings, Monday, Wednesday, any of these, and Friday. Fridays we have the regular webinar, or any morning on Saturdays.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Love you so much. I know that we are all together as a power of Uzbekistan.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
Sure.
Take care.
So, guys, you just
Take
made
care
a
of yourself.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much, Firdum Sayna. Bye. See you. Guys, I just want to ask you, maybe, of course, thank you very much, Farzona. I am very pleased. I was a bit hesitated because you have never conducted a webinar before, right?
No.
Farzona? No, this is your first experience. And now look, she's alive. She's still alive. It means that we can do that.
Toba.
So be ready. If some of you want to do this, just feel free and address me and ask me.
Okay.
I'll help you with this, okay? And you heard, Firdum Sayna, that you will get achievement certificates after conducting series of webinars and conducting workshops, of course. It's like training, Salimahon, you remember, TDT, TDF, TFT, and etc.
Yeah.
Okay. So any questions, guys?
There are some questions I see. Is Fulbright only for teachers of public schools? No, it's not.
No, we answered the question.
Oh, we answered,
for
yes.
Everyone. But Fulbright, yes, Fulbright program is for school teachers, public education teachers, college and lyceum teachers.
Yes, for
but not for
secondary
higher education. Higher education, they have their own things.
There are several types of Fulbright program, so you should search for it. If you want to, I just wanted to say, if you want to win the scholarship, you should be a good researcher. If you want to know more about the scholarship, you should have some time. You should spend some quality time on researching on this very program. Sometimes you can't find a person who can help you on this way. So if you're that all alone, you should be independent researcher. This is my advice. Some of them were asking about internet resources. That's why I'm answering this very question.
You may apply even from private schools as well. Yes, you may. And we are going to conduct a webinar on how to use ODEM platform, and we'll ask Mashkura to introduce us the ESN program. Okay. So any questions, Aziz? Where are you from, Aziz? New face here. Yeah, Aziz? Hello? Yes, okay.
I have a
Yeah,
So
question.
if you have no questions, Rahima? No,
Sorry, yes. Good evening again. I'm very happy to be here, to join to STEA program too. I wanted to ask that, do you mean that every teacher should conduct any webinars, or there should be a special topic about teaching, or just the Fulbright experience?
So, you know, Rahima, where are you from?
I'm from Bukhara.
Bukhara, yes, I know. So have you, are you USTI member as you promised me? Are you
Yes.
USTI member?
Yes.
Okay, my congratulations. So
Thanks a lot.
Rahima, now look, you may conduct a webinar on your specific topic as well, but you should warn us, tell us what are you going to do. And if it is nice topic, why not? But now we are busy with Fulbrighters and webinars on, just webinars on 21st century skills. Yes, somebody asked us about offline conference. It will be just offline conference for 40 or maybe 30 teachers who are interested in CLIL, content and language integrated learning, because we have already had those CLIL teachers and they will conduct that, and maybe somehow we can organize CLIL community, CLIL teachers community, guys. Okay, this will be for our nearest offline conference. It will be on CLIL, but the most important will be in winter, in summer.
Thank you, Jamila.
So if you have no questions, you know how we say goodbye. It takes us a long time to say goodbye. Okay.
Mayli yaxshi dam olinglar.